Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. My name's Destiny, and today we're going to do my library haul. So I have a couple that I checked out from the library, and then a couple I got from my library sale. So my library does our sale a little differently. Instead of it being a one big sale a year, they have the shelves out, or it's really like carts out year round, and you just donate whatever you think the book is worth that you're picking up. And I got a couple from there. So without further ado, let's go into that. The first one I want to talk about is one that I'm so excited that I found, and I didn't even expect to find it. And that is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I know very little about this one. I know that a lot of the girlies who do YouTube videos and read a lot of fantasy talk about this series and how much they love it. This is a Broken Earth trilogy, so when I saw it on the cart for the library sale, I figured why not pick it up, give it a try, and see what I think. Like I said, I don't know much about it, but I'm excited to get into it. Next is one that is a nonfiction that I recognized the author's name and remembered someone on BookTube talking about it and how I was really interested in the subject matter, but just never got around to picking it up because it was like $30 at the time. And that is Devil in the White City by Erik Larson. Murder, Magic, and Madness at the Fair That Changed America. I want to say this is a nonfiction. Maybe I'm wrong. It is fiction. Oh no, it is. It is a nonfiction. The back says, bringing Chicago circa 1893 to vivid life, Erik Larson's spellbinding bestseller intertwines the true tale of two men, the brilliant architect behind the legendary 1893 World's Fair, striving to secure America's place in the world, and the cunning serial killer who used the fair to lure his victims to their death, combining meticulous research with nail-biting storytelling. Erik Larson has crafted a narrative that, with all the wonder of a newly discovered history and the thrills of the best fiction. So I'm excited for this. Yeah, mystery thriller, but make it real life. Definitely up my alley. The next two actually are mystery thrillers as well. And the first one is The Chestnut Man by, I don't want to pronounce the author's name because I have looked at pronunciations. I still can't seem to get it to come out of my mouth. So, yeah. This follows a serial killer who leaves calling cards of chestnut men at the scenes. There's just little men with arms and legs and a chestnut. Um, I'm excited to see where this leads. I know it is translated. I realized that when I picked it up, it was a translated work, so I really want to give it a try and see what I think. I've read one other translated mystery thriller, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I finished that original trilogy and absolutely loved it. So I'm hoping that I'll love this translated work too. The next one is A Burning Obsession by Mike Almer. Um, this one follows a hostage negotiator, Abby Mullen, who is triggered when she realizes there's a series of arsons that are a lot like the arson that she escaped as a child. And the arson as a child was committed by a man who they believe is dead, but she believes he's back again. So I'm excited to see where that goes. Is he really back? Is she paranoid? What's going on? The last one I picked up at the library sale is one that I honestly picked up just because I recognized the author and figured why not. And that is Artemis by Andy Weir. I know that he wrote The Martian, um, and everyone talks about how good The Martian is. So I'm excited to give this a try. We shall see what I think. Yeah, that's all I really know. Now, let's get into what I checked out from the library recently. Um, I have two that I just returned earlier, and I want to tell you about those. So that is Satan's Affair by H.D. Carlton. I actually finished reading this one. So I went to take it, I took it back to the library because I completely finished it. It follows Sibby. Sibby is a homicidal maniac that you fall in love with in the process of this book. It is a novella. It's less than 200 pages. I'm not going to tell you more than that. If you like dark romance and you're okay with body horror, pick this up. I love Sibby. I was ready to murder on her behalf. It reminds me of how I felt about Aiden in the Illuminae series because I was ready to murder for that homicidal AI. Same thing with Sibby. And then the other one I had that I took back is The Mister by Elaine E.L. James. This is the author who wrote 50 Shades. I picked it up thinking maybe since I finished Sibby so quickly, or finished Satan's Affair so quickly, it was a dark romance. Maybe I'm just in the mood for like a romance, smutty read. So I thought, okay, I'll pick this up. And I did a try chapter with it. And I even say in that try chapter before I ever like finished, I'm finishing filming it tonight actually. But I knew I wasn't going to continue with this. I remember saying, I'm not going to continue. I don't like this at all. The main character was just an ass. And I don't care how well his character arc is going to be written. I don't see him coming back from me finding him to be an asshole. I mean, the book starts off with him sleeping with with him sleeping with his brother's wife who just passed like 2 days ago. Like his funeral happens and he's screwing his wife later that night. So I just could not wrap my head around it. I decided that's not for me. So yeah, there's that. Now on to the ones I have in front of me. The first one I have is a continuation of Satan's Affair, and that is Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. I'm hoping to pick this up pretty soon. Like I said, I'm doing a try chapter. I haven't finished chapter 1 yet. I've read the the prologue, and I know it's a stalker romance. I don't know much about the trigger warnings. There's not very many trigger warnings that usually trigger me in dark romance. I'm usually more annoyed than I am triggered, so I have not read the trigger warnings. I don't know much more about it. I know that Satan's Affair is like or the prequel to this series, to this duet. This one, like I said, is Haunting Adeline, and the next one's Hunting Adeline. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Like I said, I'm doing a try chapter. I'm gonna finish reading chapter 1 of this one, and the next. Do I have them in order? No, I don't. And the next two in my that we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna finish reading the first 2 chapters of them, and then I'll pick out what I'm gonna read next. But I have that. I'm excited for. I apologize if you hear Freya. I don't know how this. I have a new mic system, so I don't know how it's gonna pick her up or not. But something has upset her outside. I apologize. She's literally just like right outside my window here. So yeah. The next one I have is one that I went looking for a different book. I can't think of the title of it now. Good Girls? Something like that. I actually saw somebody talk about it recently. I was like, I was supposed to have that, but it says it's in on the library's website, but I couldn't find it, which is fine because I got this one instead. And that is In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune. So earlier this year, I read House in the Cerulean Sea. Fell in love with that found family. Lucy is another kind of crazy person I would definitely murder for. Yeah, that book is so good. I give it 5 stars. It's in my top 3 of the year. And this one is it feels like a retelling of kind of a Pinocchio, but very, very loosely. In this, we have a human by the name of. Am I wrong? They're not human. I'm just gonna read this to you. It says, in a strange little home built into the branches of a grove of trees live 3 robots: a fatherly inventor android, Giovanni Lawson, a pleasantly sadistic nurse machine, and a small vacuum desperate for love and attention. Victor Lawson, a human, lives there too. Their family, hidden and safe. Then one day, Vic salvages and repairs an unfamiliar android labeled HAP, and he learns that of the shared dark past between Hap and Geo, a past spent hunting humans. When Hap unwittingly alerts robots from Geo's former life to their whereabouts, the family no longer is hidden and safe. Geo is captured and taken back to his old laboratory in the city of electric dreams. So together, the rest of Vic's assembled family must journey across the unforgiving, otherworldly country to rescue Geo from decommissioning or worse, reprogramming. Along the way, to save Geo, amid conflicted feelings of betrayal and affection for Hap, Vic must decide for himself: can he accept love with strings attached? I'm excited for this. It honestly sounds like another kooky, crazy found family situation. I'm so excited for it. Like I said, I'm doing a try chapter right now, and it looks like once I start this one, I have quite a few pages. There's a prologue in this too, and then like there's 17 pages, so I'm read this much and decide if I'm gonna pick it up. But I was trying to leave it for last because I was so excited for it. Next is one that I did not think I was gonna get my hands on. I applied for an arc of it, but I didn't get it, which is fine. My following's not very big yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. But I wanted to pick it up and give it a try. And in my mind, for some reason, I really thought it was a continuation of her last book, but it's not. And I'm so happy it's not, because then I'll have to go back and reread that one to start this one. And that is House of Roots and Ruin by Aaron A. Craig. The other one I'm speaking of is House of Salt and Sorrows. House of Salt and Sorrows is a loosely retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses. There's a Barb movie. I think it's the 12 Dancing Princesses, where there's a curse. The sisters keep dying, and they can't figure out why, and one sister sets out to figure out why they're dying. This one also follows, I want to say sisters. It says, in a manor by the sea, one sister is still cursed. Yeah, one sister is still cursed. Despite dreams of adventure far beyond the Chilean shores, 18-year-old Verity Damus has remained at her family's estate, Highmore, with her older sister Camille, while the rest of her family is scattered across Arcania. When Verity receives the word that the Duchess of Bloom, wife of celebrity botanist, is interested in having Verity paint a portrait of her son Alexander, Verity jumps at the chance, but Camille won't allow it. Forced to reveal the secret she's kept for years, Camille tells Verity the truth one day. Haunted by tragic childhood events, Verity is still seeing ghosts, and she doesn't know it. Stunned, Verity flees Highmore that night with nowhere else to turn, and makes her way to Bloom. At first, she is captured by the lush verdant landscape, and is quickly drawn to the charming, witty, and impossibly handsome Alexander Laurent. To her surprise, a romance blossoms, but it's not long before Verity is plagued with nightmares. Even in the darker side of Bloom begins to show through a sickly sweet facade, a modern masterpiece doomed love, menacing ambition, and a ghost that haunts us forever. A Sisters of Sea and Salt novel. Okay, so it is a sequel to the House of Salt and Sorrows. Okay, so we are in a continuation. I thought the name of the character sounded familiar, and the older sister. I kind of remember the big reveal of that one. I remember what happened enough. I think I could go into this one. We shall see. Again, I'm doing a trial chapter. This is on there. If I read the first chapter and is just wholly confused, what I'll do is I'll probably run to the library sometime within the next week, pick up A House of Salt and Sorrows, turn this one in, read that one again and then go into this because I don't want to go in confused. I thought it looked really familiar, but again, I was like, no, yeah, it does look familiar, Destiny, because it is a continuation. The way I heard somebody else talk about it, it almost made it sound like they were two standalones, and they're not. Um, yeah, I'm excited. This doesn't have a prologue. There's only 8 pages in this first chapter, so hopefully it kind of gives me a reminder of what happened in the first one. If not, I'll go back into the first one. I remember it being I remember it being as atmospheric. There's the word. I remember it being atmospheric and dark and gothic and just all the feels. So I'm excited for that. And then next, as one I've already read the first chapter of, and I'm really, really curious. And I'm hoping I'm going to like this because I've seen so many people talk about how they don't like his later books, but I'm hoping I love it. And that is The Only One Left by Riley Sagar. So far, this is following a caretaker who goes to take care of a little old lady, and something has happened with her last patient that she was on suspension for 6 months with no pay, and her employer basically was hoping that she would part ways and would just leave quietly and not ever come back. That doesn't happen. She does come back because she has no other job. She's applied and no one's wanted her. And so they stick her with a supposed murderer. Supposedly, she murdered her entire family in 1929. And now they're stuck together. And the prologue is her typing, saying that I will tell you everything. I'll tell you everything that happened that night that I remember. You're the only one I'm going to tell. And then you go into the first chapter. I am really, really interested in this. If the other 3 first chapters do not interest me to the level this is, I will be picking this up. This will be my next read. And then lastly, one that I'm not in too much of a hurry to get to. I do want to read it, but it is like lowest on this TBR, just because the interest is there, but not as much as I thought it would be. And that is One Dark Throne by Keandra Blake. This is the sequel to Three Dark Crowns. It's following 3 sisters who all are picked to be queen. So the queen always has triplets, and those triplets, each one has a different type of magic. You have a naturalist, a elementalist, and a poisoner. Each of the sisters have to fight each other to death to get the crown, and then once they get pregnant, have a child, 16 years later, their children will do this. The first one ended on a cliffhanger that is still stuck in my brain. I want to know where it's going, but not bad enough that I want to put it above anything else on this list. So, yes, I have it. I'm excited. This is my second time checking out for the library, and that's what I kind of love about the library is that I don't feel like I'm wasting my money or my time because honestly, if I don't like it, if I get 30 pages into it, I'm like, this isn't for me. I can just go turn it in and no harm done. We're good. So, there is my library haul. I'm very excited. Honestly, I say I'm excited to read all these, but I really am. There's not one on this list that I'm like, I don't want to read this. Like, I really am excited for this. I can't wait to see what I think of them all. I have one other book checked out, which I didn't show you, and that is Holly by Stephen King. I'm almost 200 pages through it. It's going slow. I have come to find that I don't like King's writing. You'll learn about more of that in my weekly wrap up. I don't want to bore you here, but I think it's King's writing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy Saturday to you because I know when this is going up because I'm fixing to edit it. It's Friday night when I'm filming it. So you're getting almost real time. I'm going to edit it and hopefully get it up on Saturday. Sunday, you're going to get my vlog, which I'm kind of excited for because I'm going with my family, my mom and my sister. There's this big garage sale in a town near us, and so we're going to go do that in the morning, which should be exciting. I'm hoping to get a few clips for you for that vlog. So watch out for that. Next week, if I can get some clips, it's gonna depend. I'm going to the state fair for the first time. I'm so excited. We're gonna eat all the food. My better half an hour going, and so yeah, I'm hoping to get some clips there so that vlog will come out. It may be like a spend a day with me. I'm not sure because I do have a 2 hour drive to her. We'll go to the state fair and everything, and then I'll stay the night with her and then come home and get Ollie on Sunday. So we shall see. But happy Saturday to you. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, day, night, wherever you are. If no one's told you today, you are enough and you are loved. And I will see you on my next one.